Okay, so this will be the third way of doing this problem, and it's called the Hindu method. Uh, what we will need to start off with is just take note of what A, B, and C are. A is 2, B is 4, C is -3. What we're going to need in a minute is a couple of things. We're going to need 4 times A, 4A, which equals 4 times 2, 8. We're going to need that number 8 in a minute. We're also going to need B squared. B is 4, so we're going to square 4. That will be 16. We'll need that in a minute. Okay, now we come back to the original problem. In this approach, you don't have to worry about the leading coefficient being other than 1. Doesn't matter one single bit. Just take your equation, multiply both sides by 4a, which in our case here is 8. Multiply both sides by 8, which I'm doing right now. Okay. Distribute the 8. You have 8 times 2 over here, which is 16x squared. We have 8 times 4, which is 32. And we have 8 times -3, which is -24. And the right side, of course, equals 0. How about we bring over that 24 to the right side? We have 16x squared plus 32x equals 24. The next issue or thing to do is to add b squared to both sides. B squared in our case here is 16. I'll put that in here in blue, kind of like what I've done before. So we're adding 16 to both sides. That's a 16 on the right as well, not just a 6. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. So on the left side, we are now able to, this on the left side is called a perfect square trinomial, which means that we can write it as an equivalent squared binomial. Here's the idea. Take the square root of 16x squared, that's 4x. Take the square of root of 16, which is 4, and then use the same operations you have right there. That's addition. The left side should equal, I believe, 40. So observe, we've come to this point in the completing the square. Number one, we don't have fractions, but even more interesting, as compared to the earlier method, the improved method in Part B, we don't have to go through that process of, all right, take that b term and take half of it and then square the result, and that becomes the magic number. You don't have to do any of that anymore. So this is really very nice. But here we are. We're going to now extract the square root from both sides, which I'll indicate that in red right here. So take the square root of both sides, plus or minus on the right side, plus or minus 40. Left side simplifies down to 4x plus 4. The right side, now 40 has a perfect square factor, 4 times 10. Therefore, the square root of 40 would reduce down to 2 times square root of 10. And we'll finish this off by isolating the x. Subtract 4 from both sides. That would leave 4x, -4, plus or minus 2 times square root of 10. Lastly, divide both sides by 4. That means dividing by 4 every term. Therefore, we have x on the left, equals -1 plus or minus square root of 10 divided by 2. We'll put a box around that, and that completes what appears to me to be the most efficient method of solving a quadratic by completing the square that is out there in the public. All right, thank you very much.